People of the world, we're back. Special shout out to our extensive production team for all rallying and getting back. Hundreds and hundreds of people make this show possible, including my assistant to the assistant makeup artist. Thank you for making me look fantastic here with Marketing as a Foreign Language. On this July the 20th, today, several high-profile Twitter accounts hacked in a massive security breach. How to manage personal social media interaction for health during stressful times. I don't know what stress even means. Pinterest will donate $300,000 to the hospitality sector as part of a new Chefs at Home initiative. Social media marketing post-COVID. Marketers predict the future. Facebook rolls out screen sharing in the Messenger app, and Facebook will add new labels to all posts from politicians which mention voting. 21 web directories that still have value. And last but not least, how to check for duplicate content during an SEO audit. Oh my gosh, it's everything you've ever wanted and more. Marketing as a Foreign Language starts now. I can't believe it. I cannot for 1 second even believe it. Several high-profile Twitter accounts hacked with the U.S. presidential election only months away. It doesn't feel like it's months away. What do y'all think? It feels like it is going to be in 3 years from now. I'm not seeing debates. I'm not seeing the normal shenanigans that we see in an election year. From about 1 p.m. on Wednesday, a range of celebrity and brand accounts started tweeting out messages promoting a crypto giveaway. Wow. In which funds sent to a specified Bitcoin wallet would return double the amount to the sender. Oh my gosh. Double? That sounds like easy money. Let's do it. What's this? Elon Musk. Feeling grateful, spelled incorrectly. That is not how you spell grateful. Doubling all payments sent to my BTC, my Bitcoin address. You send 1,000, I send back 2,000, only doing this for the next 30 minutes. Wow. I'm giving back to my fans. All Bitcoin sent to my address below will be sent back doubled. I'm only doing a maximum of 10 million. Apple. We are giving back to our community. We support Bitcoin, and we believe you should too. All Bitcoin sent to our address below will be... Oh my gosh. That is so bad. Bill Gates. Oh my God. They did a court. How much money did they make off people? This is bad. The messages, which were all similar and all included the same Bitcoin wallet address, were seemingly part of an elaborate hack, likely the largest ever seen on Twitter. Is Twitter liable for this? It feels like Twitter might be liable for this. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's a big scam. I mean, obviously, if you send money to that Bitcoin address, oof, yeesh, you need a lesson in Bitcoin. Among a range of verified profiles, the hackers gained access to Kanye West, Joe Biden, Bill Gates, Apple, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Uber, Mike Bloomberg, Floyd Mayweather, Barack Obama, HQ Trivia, Warren Buffett, and Kim Kardashian. That is ridiculous. And users did indeed begin sending money. Bah! As noted by The Verge, because the exchanges were publicly listed on the blockchain-based network. People were able to monitor the transactions, shifting funds to the Bitcoin wallet address listed in the tweets. More than 300 Gs. Wow. In total had been transferred before reports of the hack started coming through. Experts say that these transactions are not reversible. Unreal. We detected what we believe to be a coordinated social engineering attack by people who successfully targeted some of our employees with access to internal systems and tools. We know they used this access to take control of many highly visible, including verified accounts, and tweet on their behalf. We're looking into what other malicious activity they may have conducted. Ay, 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 ay. What is their liability? The FBI has since reported that it will be leading a federal inquiry into the incident. As noted, the incident is a major concern for Twitter's security, and while Twitter is still working out the specifics of how the hackers managed to gain access to the accounts, various concerns have been raised as to the breadth of issues that such a capacity could cause. Are you kidding? Seriously? Is it including suggesting that the hacks of this type could spark increased global tensions? Yeah, i.e. start a war. That's crazy. That may seem overblown to some, but when you consider the way that U.S. President Donald Trump has used tweets to communicate foreign policy, the threat is real. Wow, that is ridiculous and terrible for Twitter. So let's take a look at Twitter stock. Twitter stock. How much is Twitter stock? How did it not go down? When was this? On the 16th? When was this written? On the 15th. Okay. So there you go. The 15th, it goes down slightly and then goes all the way back up. Oh my goodness gracious. Why do people make the decisions they make? I'll never know. How to manage personal social media interaction for health during stressful times. Wow. Let's listen to Bob Carver here. There's a lot of stressful information to process right now. Thanks, Bob. With various significant events taking up a significant, you know what? If you say significant 2 times in your opening sentence, I'm going to go ahead and say you didn't spend a lot of time in this article. At a broad level, we're dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, that's true. Blah, 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 Bob. What's your point? Science social media is stressing you out. The authors are using the word significant in the same sentence. That's one of my signs. Inability to fall asleep or waking up thinking about social media posts or your responses to them. Nope, not me. Angry displays, such as yelling at or throwing your device in response to a post. Has anyone... Okay, never have I ever thrown my device because of what someone said online. Calling people names, nope. Making personal negative comments in posts, nope. And replies in ways that you never did before all this started, no. No to all of those things. Having angry discussions about posts or comments in real life, or even ending relationships with friends, nope. Ay. You know what? Maybe this just doesn't relate to me. Beware the echo chamber, but focus on your health. We largely unconsciously, according to Bob, tend to put ourselves in, quote, echo chambers on social media by friending, following, and interacting with like-minded people. This has been a problem for years, and it came to a head around the 2016 election. Yeah, we know about this. Here's an idea. If you are throwing your $800 phone across the room, you should probably not use it as much. That's what I think. Probably chill out. Maybe take a long walk. There, end of article. Pinterest will donate $300,000 to the hospitality sector as part of a new Chefs at Home initiative. Now, Pinterest has... Oh no. Here comes Jason Noggle. He writes, and I quote, "I guess I'm significantly less stressed than I thought." See what you did there? Jason, we all see what you did there. Whatever you do, don't hit the like button. With the hospitality sector being hit especially hard by the COVID-19 lockdowns, Pinterest has this week launched a new initiative called Chefs at Home, which aims to both showcase recipes from leaders in the field while also providing support for the restaurant sector. You know what? I might, maybe, just maybe, be interested in this article. From meal planning to meal stanning? What's meal stanning? Stanning? No idea what stanning is. Now I need to dive into this. From meal planning to meal stanning. Is this some dude named Stan? Wow, I'm old. All right. As explained by Pinterest, Chefs at Home provides an exciting sneak peek into the home kitchens of the country's top culinary talents. Chefs at Home features recipes, tips, and tricks from over 30 iconic chefs. What's Andrew Zimmerman's go-to summer soup? You know what? I can't sleep at night because I just keep thinking about Andrew Zimmern's go-to summer soup. Or how does Kwame Onwuachi make his favorite hummus? Yes, all questions that keep me up at night. A key impetus of the initiative is the rising interest in home cooking due to COVID-19. Yeah, you think? According to Pinterest, more than 60% of Americans have increased their home cooking in recent months, with the platform itself seeing a 12x increase in searches for easy at-home recipes. That, of course, makes sense. Blah, 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 blah. So Pinterest is trying to grab more market share by promoting this chefs at home thing. Good for them. Social media marketing post-COVID. Marketers predict the future. Emma Wiltshire writes, what will a post-COVID world look like for social media marketers? Probably just a lot more social media marketing. If there's anything we've learned so far in 2020, according to Emma, it's that nobody can ever be 100% prepared for the future. No one ever, Emma. We can predict trends, strategize and plan, but it's all chaos. It's crazy. She didn't write that. She writes, but we all have to be ready to shift marketing and business strategies at any time. Thanks, Emma. For over the past several months, we've been hosting discussions within the Social Media Today community to learn more about the pandemic and how it has affected businesses and our field of work. Through these conversations, blah, 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 predictions, social media jobs, and creativity skills will be valued more than ever. Check, I agree with that. Video content will continue to rise in production and demand. Specifically, streaming content. STREAMING, streaming, that's where it's at, people. The more authentic the content, the better, is bullet number 3. This content is inauthentic. Hold on, let me try to make it really authentic. I just drank some water live on my show. Does that feel like authentic? Honesty, empathy, and social consciousness will win on social. Well, I like to think that I'm honest. Social listening and community engagement will be at the forefront of marketing strategies. You know, I'm socially listening to Jason Nagel's comment still, and I'm socially enjoying it. We'll be constantly adapting to new technology and changing it. Here's my problem with these articles, is that they're so boring. So boring. Moving right along. Facebook rolls out screen sharing in the Messenger app. Thank you to whoever just hit the like button. Facebook is expanding its screen sharing options in Messenger to both Messenger Rooms and the mobile app, providing another way to engage within Messenger video calls. Oh my gosh. I so desperately want to share my chocolate chip cookie screen with whomever I am communicating with on Messenger. As you can see in the above sequence, now when you're in a Messenger video call, you have the capacity to drag the bottom function panel up in order to view more options for your call. There, you'll see a new option to, quote, share your screen. Tap on that and you'll begin casting your device screen to all the other people in the video chat. The world will never be the same. It will never, ever be the same. Screen share on Facebook, we get it. Facebook will add new labels to all posts from politicians which mention voting, according to Andrew Hutchinson. Facebook has announced that it will now add new labels to all posts from federally elected officials and presidential candidates which mention voting or ballots, irrespective of whether the posts contain misinformation or not. What the heck does that even mean? So here we've got Jonathan Page with a Facebook post, and then skaboosh. Immediately beneath it, you've got get voting information. Maybe there's misinformation, maybe there is not. But Facebook has taken it upon themselves to be the arbiter, to be the Santa Claus of voting information, to make sure that the correct information is out there. They are like a substitute teacher that is going to follow the lesson plan that the teacher left behind. As you can see here, the new labels will include a, quote, get voting information call to action. That's CTA, people. Which, when clicked, will take users through to a page on the USA.gov website, which outlines various questions and answers about the voting process. Back in May, Twitter sparked a new battle with U.S. President Donald Trump after it added a warning label to these tweets. Here's the tweet from President Trump. He says, there is no way, in caps, zero in caps, that mail-in ballots will be anything less than substantially fraudulent. Mailboxes will be robbed, ballots will be forged, and even illegally printed out and fraudulently signed. The governor of California is sending ballots to millions of people. So Twitter, what do? They added a warning label to that, apparently, but we don't have a screenshot of the warning label. Oh, there we go. So at the very end of the tweet, which was 2 tweets actually, Twitter slapped a "get the facts" about mail-in ballots, and hence the war began. Twitter found that while Trump's comments on mail-in voting did not violate platform rules, as such, they did warrant a warning label. As I've said many times before, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all of these social media platforms are the information police now. They are going to continue to police this space. It starts politically, and it will extend from there. I'm not saying we don't need information police. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I am saying that they got into this thinking that they were going to be the communicator, facilitator of the world. It's all very lofty, lovely goals. And then the reality sets in that somebody somewhere has to set the rules. And it turns out they're getting the money, so they have to. 21 web directories that still have value. Let's talk about directories, folks. Nothing says sexy like a web directory. Am I right? You guys get it. Web directory? Oh yeah, that's hot. I don't care who you are. Do web directories still have value? Yeah. Here are 21 web directories with real traffic that could translate into real value for your website. Amelia Wilson, 2 hours ago, wrote this particular article. In the early days of SEO, web directories were the thing. That's bolded. When back then, the Google algorithm was a lot easier to game. This is true. If your site was listed on a ton of online directories, it must be pretty dang special. Or at least that's how the algorithm saw it. The number of directory links you had positively influenced how well your site ranked in search engines. This is very 10 years ago. Online marketers, or 15 years ago, marketers caught on and schemed to litter the web with directory listings of their website. It was a simpler time. Today, the directories that they think are good, best of the web? Really? Around since 1994, best of the web, or BOTW, is still a trusted online directory used by more than 16 million businesses. I wonder. It receives 40 to 60,000 visits per month, with about half of that traffic being US based. Obviously, the point here is that you sign up, you put your name, address, phone number, you put a website link back to your website, and you rank better. Hooray. But again, I would argue that spending your time streaming or creating YouTube content or a good social media post is probably a bajillion times better than this. I'm actually somewhat shocked that there is a list of directories we're seeing. Oh, here we go. For blogs only, Blogorama. That might be interesting. Blog directory. I don't know, guys. What, Google My Business? Are you kidding? Yes, Google My Business is incredibly important. But Bing Places, okay, they're calling these directories, but you know what? Yelp, sure. Foursquare, yep. You know what? I'm going to give this article some props. This is something you might actually want to check out because there are probably some holes in where you could throw your business. And if it takes 30 minutes, it's probably worth it. So Best of the Web, About Us, Spoke.com, Blogorama if you have a blog. Google My Business is a no-brainer. Bing Places is probably a no-brainer. Yahoo, Yelp, everyone knows Yelp. Foursquare, everyone knows Foursquare. Yellow Pages, yep. What else do they have here? Chamber of Commerce? This is actually a pretty good article. Oh my gosh, it's pretty good. Hot Frog, yeah, these are the big ones. They're hitting up the big ones. All right, well, there you go. That might be an article worth checking out. It's searchenginejournal.com, web-directories-list 287799. I'll add it to the comments here in case anyone wants to check this one out. That might be something that you give to the intern. Make sure we're here, intern. How to check for duplicate, please, and thank you, for duplicate content during an SEO audit. Identifying duplicate content issues is a crucial part of your SEO audit. Here's what you need to check for and how to do it. The short story, obviously, is that duplicate content will kick your butt. You definitely don't want that. If you have someone writing for you, there's a good chance that they're copying and pasting from somewhere around the web because people are lazy. Different types of content issues can plague a site, from URL-based content issues to physical duplicate content actually replicated from page to page without many changes. As if that weren't enough, you have another WordPress-specific duplicate content issue to worry about, such as duplicate content on product pages and category pages. Okay, so basically, if someone takes a sentence from an article and they're writing an original quote article, and they change like the syntax a little bit, Google still picks up on that. Google's aware of that. And not to mention, there's a few articles out there, so anything that you write is going to have a certain level of uniqueness. And so it's important to understand, if you hire a writer, especially when you first do it, to be able to check if they are plagiarizing content. Easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is just to go to Google and type in Plagiarism Checker. Also, if anyone has any questions, don't feel like you're interrupting. Let me know what your questions are. We can go off into whatever tangents you want to go into in regards to whatever you want to talk about with internet marketing at any time. So here you go, Plagiarism Checker by Grammarly. You can enter text, from something somebody gives you, hit scan for plagiarism. There's just a ton of these plagiarism checkers. It's not that hard to see if an article is plagiarized in 2020. So here we've got identified duplicate content issues on your site quickly, how to check. Using the tool SiteLiner, made by Copyscape, can help identify duplicate content issues on your site quickly. That's cool. It gives an easy to see view that shows you which pages have a match percentage and which pages match other pages. Well, this is much faster than what I just explained to you. So this one, I think, is simply punch in the URL, which is a different kind of vibe here. Siteliner.com. Is it free? I don't know. Let's check it out. Explore your site. Uh-oh. All right. We'll put in the kellenkautzman.com. Try that one out. All right, Siteliner. Oh, I'm scared. Uh-oh. I fear for my life. I fear for my very life. Well, Siteliner's slow. Scanning your site. 18 pages of 72 found. All right, we're going to keep reading while this does that. So, identify which pages of your site were duplicated across the web. How to check. Use Copyscape to check and see which pages on your site have been duplicated across the web. Copyscape is considered one of the standard audit tools. We get it. Check URLs for duplicate content. You know what? This is all just the same thing said over and over again. What is the plan? All right, we're going to review and then swing back to this, and hopefully it is ready. So, several high-profile Twitter accounts hacked in massive security breach. I think that Twitter is liable. I think that if Twitter security isn't where it should be, that they bear some responsibility for the $300,000. Now, the person who actually sends money via their personal Bitcoin account, come on, man. Like, you have to know better. You absolutely have to know better. However, if you're Kim Kardashian or Elon Musk or whatever, that's messed up. I don't know. Should Twitter pay? Should they not pay? Who's ultimately responsible, rather? Now, the criminals, I would argue, are ultimately responsible. But Twitter definitely should be scrutinized for this, because if someone can pop into the president's Twitter profile and say whatever they want to, that is bad news, ladies and gentlemen. That is bad news for a number of reasons, which you can easily imagine. So Twitter definitely messed up. Also, who are these people? Who are these people that have the capacity to hack into Twitter accounts and then steal basically 300,000? Like, how? I want to know their life story. What led to this point where they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm curious. A made-for-TV movie, perhaps. How to manage personal social media interactions for health during stressful times. How about just unplug? Pinterest is going to donate $300,000 to the hospitality sector. Yeah, restaurants are hurting. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. Yes, Yes, we did. 10 glorious years with Lanesia. We had some vegan sushi. Yeah, it's a thing. And no, it's not as gross as it sounds. Also, we tip generously. These poor restaurants, my heart goes out to them. Pinterest is clearly trying to promote their very food-centric platform. And so I get it. They've got a Chefs at Home initiative. It's cool. I can get behind it. The donation, in my mind, is less donation and more advertising. They got me talking about it. Social media marketing post-COVID. Marketers predict the future. Yeah, here's the deal. Let's not have cars on the road anymore. Is anyone with me? Is it just me talking into the void? Or does anyone else agree that working from home is 100% something we should have been doing 3 years ago, 6 years ago? We have the technology, and no, we don't need to drive to Starbucks to have a meeting. I will sit and sneeze in the comfort of my own home, thank you very much. And you don't have to bear the responsibility of knowing that I just sneezed. If I'm coughing, if I'm tired, why should I commute back from a Starbucks when I can just drink a cup of coffee at home, stare at you on the video screen? Why do we have to have in-person meetings for anything ever moving forward? That, of course, reduces the number of cars on the road. That reduces the number of car fatalities on the road. It reduces greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Let's all work from home if we can. Moving forward from now until the end of eternity, let us do that. Yes? Just me? Facebook rolling out a screen sharing option on the Messenger app. Well, that's a game changer. Things will never be the same. Facebook also is adding labels to all posts. This is what happens when you have to be the police. Is you do something to an individual where you're like, hey, I disagree with this individual, and you do a thing, right? You censor, you audit, you whatever. And then there's huge blowback because of course there is. And then you're like, oh, wait, we'll do it for everybody. Now everybody. Then you can't yell at me because it's fair now. And so this is the you can't yell at me because it's fair now version of political, Facebook putting their fingers on the political dial. Now, they are obviously linking to a, what is it? Where does this link go? I forgot. It's like something.gov. Point being that what Facebook just did is created many thousands of links back to this particular government website. Now, there we go, USA.gov, which is huge promotion for USA.gov. I'm sure they're thrilled about this. But anyway, the information policing continues. This is a good article. This directory article, folks, you might want to check this one out. You just run down the list. You make sure you're in all of these places. It's going to bump your SEO a little bit. Fairly straightforward. Some of these might be paid, but most of them don't look like it. I think that pretty much all of them are free. So something to check out there. This article is the one that we're talking about the plagiarism. Okay, final thing. A large amount of duplicate content was found. What? What are you talking about? Duplicate content. It says on my website where I wrote everything. Oh, thank you to whoever hit that like button. Thank you. Apparently on the website where I wrote all of the content, on my very own website, this one. I've had this website for, oh man, I don't know, a long time. And I can tell you that there isn't any duplicate content because it's all about me and my dumb head. You see this? This is not duplicate content. And yet I'm being told it's 36% duplicate content. What is the duplicate content? Yeah, I don't know. This is weird to me. So you're telling me, oh, I wonder why it thinks this. Why does it think that this is duplicate content? Oh, this is what, okay. So here you go. It's taking two blog archives. Does that make sense? So like there are pages that WordPress creates that are like the archives of blogs. And yeah, they're going to be similar because the pages have similar blog content on them. Yeah, exactly. So this is stupid. This is the problem with plagiarism checkers, by the way. Which is, yes, I suppose that that there's similar content on those too, but it's created through WordPress, through these auto-generated pages that WordPress creates. So, yeah, no. Nope, there's not duplicate content on that website, I'll tell you that much. Okay, hey, guess what? It's 11. Thank you to our glorious, and I do mean glorious, viewers who tuned in. It is very much Monday. It is very much July 20th. Try not to melt. Do your best to try not to turn into a puddle on the ground. Thank you to Jason Noggle and Lanesia Kautzman coming in with the comments. We're going to be back tomorrow. Yeah, we are. And appreciate y'all swinging on by. Thank you for hitting that like button. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Where's that outro? Find me that outro. Outro!